When it comes to your click-through rate, it's honestly a good show of whether your ad even did good or if it did bad. In terms of Google ads or Meta ads, if your click-through rate is low, you just know the ad didn't do that great. And here's a quick formula almost on how to get headlines and ads that do have a great click-through rate. And hey, I'm Carl Stoy, the founder of Stoy Media, and to make a long story short, we supply leads to home improvement companies on a pay-per-lead basis. And now let's jump straight into it. Let's talk about how to get a good click-through rate and make sure you have ads that are clickable. Now, to make a long story short, you need to have a good offer. And I'm gonna talk about things like messaging and all the other components to having a good click-through rate. But first off, it is your offer. You want to ensure that your offer is so dialed in that someone has no question about clicking on yours. Now, I've seen amazing offers for all sorts of home improvement companies. I mean, for example, roofing. Great offers I've seen are great financing plus other perks. And honestly, starts at financing for basically everything that's in the higher ticket, not subscription-based like pest control or there's others, but I don't know all of them. But having something where it's a very high ticket item like roofing, windows, the best thing you want to do for your click-through rate is have an amazing offer. If you don't have an amazing offer, it's something generic. It's basically going to be luck. It's basically going to just be by the luck of your hand that this person just decided to click on yours out of the sea of blue that all look the same. You have the same generic offer of get a free quote. And this is unfortunate that a lot of these home improvement companies have this. A lot of home improvement companies don't understand what a good offer is, and they don't understand that simply financing, like having great financing, $0 down, 0% for X months. These are amazing offers because the market just doesn't understand it yet. Like most other home improvement companies don't do this. So simply having a great offer is what's going to be able to get you a great click-through rate because you look different. You look different from everyone else. Now there's other steps below this. Second of all, you want to have different ad formats. So we'll say formats. If all you've been doing is still images of like a project or someone installing a roof or someone installing windows or even a family photo, I've seen there so many different formats of ads. If you stick to the same two formats and you don't make any improvements, you don't start doing video ads, you don't start doing song ads, slideshows, you don't start trying different stuff, your click-through rate is gonna suck. A big one, photo ads. I personally have not seen great click-through rates on photo ads unless this is like a juggernaut that has been running for a very long time. You can get some very long-lasting ads with images only, but it's kind of rare. It's kind of rare just due to the way Meta is. They want to make sure that all the ads are enticing, which usually a photo ad is not that enticing. And so the next step down is your format, your ad format. The step below that is your messaging. Now, I know if you're doing Google ads right now and you're wondering, well, this doesn't apply to me. I only have a headline and that's it. Well, there you go. You have different, you want to have the offer, and the next one that it will apply to you is the messaging. If your offer just says, or your headline for your Google ad just says, get an affordable roof, well, that's going to be a great offer. People are going to click on it. It's not going to get you great customers. So you want to make sure that your click-through rate is supplemented with good customers, because if you give a very big and you aren't even able to back up this big claim, then all you're going to do is get a high click-through rate of people who don't convert, or they do convert and you just end up talking with them and they're not interested or whatever their other excuses are. So if you make a big claim and you can't back it up, you're just going to get a high click-through rate and you're just going to get a bunch of bad people. So you want to make sure that you balance high click-through rate and quality leads, because you can lie and get a good click-through rate, but I don't know. The messaging, this is also what you want to do. You want to make sure that the messaging is not too aggressive and not too generic. You don't want it to be just like everyone else. Don't go on the ad library and just start copying people. Ripping people's ads is not going to be able to get you a good, I mean, it may get you a good click-through rate, but now you sound like this guy. So now you're not going to have a great click-through rate. Not only that, if you go too aggressive and you say, something that you guys aren't actually offering, then you're also going to get a great click-through rate, but not great leads. So you want to have a balance between messaging that's out of the box. Of course, unique stuff works. Unique stuff, doesn't always work, but it usually does work. You try something new and, oh wow, now this works. So you want to have messaging that's unique, not too aggressive, and not too generic in terms of your offer and the way you position your company. If you just say the same thing, hey, blank homeowners, have you recently just been hit by hail? It's like you and 5 other people just said that, and they went back to back seeing that same ad, just with a new person in it. So you want to have something new. You want to always be testing in terms of your hook. But another great click-through rate hack, kind of the bottom of the barrel rung, is your hook, which this doesn't apply for Google Ads. These 2 apply for Meta Ads, or these 3 apply for Meta Ads. This one only applies for Google Ads, and this one also applies for Google Ads. These 2, by the way, for Google Ads, you can do YouTube, but I'm not going to count that. Meta is technically YouTube. It's basically the same thing, just different people and different demographics. So these 2 are applicable for Google Ads. These 3 are applicable for Meta Ads, with this one being the top dog in terms of the biggest needle mover in terms of your click-through rate. But your hook for Meta Ads is something you want to ensure, like I just said a moment ago. You want to make sure that it doesn't just sound like everyone else. Hey, blank homeowners, did you just get hit by a hailstorm? Well, I'm gonna blank, 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 and you're just going to sound like everyone else. They're going to go back to back on the same looking ad, and they're just going to keep scrolling. They're not going to care. And so you want to make sure that your hook is actually unique, but also calls out the right people, which the simplest one is, hey, homeowners, or hey, area homeowners, and then just say something different. But you also want to try other stuff. You don't want to just do that. People say don't reinvent the wheel, but in terms of marketing, you've got to reinvent the wheel once in a while. So if you have any comments, drop them in the comments. And if you're potentially interested in working with us as a lead provider for your window company or for your roofing company or whatever it is, then just click the link in the description, fill out some basic business information, and we'll talk to you soon.